Yo, yo, yo! Welcome to the podcast brought to you by the ANOUVUE Collective, where we're going to talk about everything film related, from script to screen and anything else in between. Stay tuned.
Alright, peeps, welcome back to another A New View podcast.
You can pronounce the word now.
So today, or tonight, we'll be talking about should you direct and DP at the same time? Yes? Yeah. So, directing and DPing is obviously two, not totally different, but two specific roles in its own right. And you have specific things to do, and then you have things that overlap. Obviously, there's a lot of pressure on both roles, so combined, obviously, is going to be even more pressure. Some people can handle it, some people, may not be able to cut it. So yeah, kick it off. Who and all of us, I think we've been in that position to direct and DP at some point in time. Some of us more than others. What say you guys? You like directing and DPing at the same time? Sometimes you might have to do it just because you have no choice. No matter.
Sometimes it just falls on you, you know what I mean? And that's that. Sometimes it falls on you, you just gotta do it. I believe the man that probably stands in that place more than me and you is Jessian. Because Jessian is a shooter. And he also directs, you know what I mean? So him really, to be honest, Jessian don't need we, Him just work with we.
But
So
does he like it? As in, does he like to do the both things, or is a situation where it does fall on him? Because again, no resources or no.
For transparency or disclaimer, just in case the CIA is watching, when we say shooting, we're talking about filming.
Film, I say, film.
So I don't want to reach at the airport and you hear them, but they talk about shooting on camera. Uh, to be honest, I not a fan of shooting and directing at the same time. For me, it's generally one or the other. Because as Darren say, there are a lot of challenges with shooting and directing at the same time. Some people do it pretty well. Some people seem kind of comfortable doing it or wired to do it. For me, not so much. I guess because I get distracted pretty easily. So shooting and directing at the same time is not the best thing for me. Because I'll probably get lost in one or the other. It's either I'm there and I'm so focused on getting the shot, like I completely lose track of what the talent even said, which has happened to me quite a few times. I even recently somebody asked me to come up for a shoot and I got so into the performance of the actors, like I was there like critiquing the performance of the actors, like I forgot that I was even camera operating. So I'm there just so focused on what's happening. I'm just like, yeah, but if you did say this a little earlier, or you gave this expression when this person said this, not even realizing that the people are completely out of frame because I got so locked into that. Whereas the reverse might also kind of happen, where you're shooting something or I'm shooting something and I'm so focused on framing and the lighting and whatever, don't even ask me what happened in the scene previously. Like I have no idea what happened in the scene because I was so focused on everything else. Like, all right, is the framing of this good? Like, should I have moved the camera at this point? Did I shake the camera at a important point in when this person is saying something. All of them things there. So if it was up to me, probably not. I prefer not to do it. But on the other side of that, what I would say is that if you're in a situation where you need to do that, get a camera operator. I feel like that will help a lot because you can still add your own little personal touch to it. Like if you're directing and you have to DP, you have a little bit more say in terms of what the final image looks like and the camera movement without physically like moving the camera or interacting with the camera. So like if you're going to do the both of them and you have the opportunity to like bring on somebody to camera up, do that. Like sure, but generally for most people I'd say just do one or the other. And I know there are situations where you have to, but yeah, for me it's one or the other.
I tell people right now, say, I just want to focus upon cinematography. That. Me no, like me as a AC, but me no want. I don't want to do anything else. Just the cinematography. To the point where even on these episodes that you guys watch from the thing I'm gonna shoot, I choose just to do cinematography and make other people direct it. There's areas where I should have directed and I put the directing on somebody else and it stressed them out, causing fuckery on set, right? And then the second one, I plan it good and I shared the directing, but still I didn't even really direct, even though it's on there as two of us directing it. I was more just me did it, me did it, and I was just doing camera. And if anything falls short or they're not catching it, I say, yo, we need to catch this or we need to do this. But I was still not even focusing on directing. And when it comes to directing, like, I think I've directed some stuff, but right now I don't think it's even my cup of tea. Like more get into. I can see it when I see people directing. I can say, but me doing it as a person, like me not interested in the directing right now. But I would say I come up with ideas, and I'll prefer somebody direct it for me.
Yeah, to add to that as well, um, there is value in having a DP on set, um, especially if you're somebody who shoots and directs as well. Sometimes you need another voice, like somebody who can show you the scene from a different perspective. There's a lot of value in that because I can tell you, like a lot of times, like even like I said, Darren would be shooting, and in my head, I'm seeing this wall over here or this background over here, and I'm seeing, I don't know, maybe like soft hub lighting on the talent, and I'm just like, yeah, man, this would be perfect. And then Darren is just like, oh, I was thinking this, that, and I was like, oh shit. All right, that's all way better than my idea.
the,
We'll just go
the,
with that.
the
It's
DP the
like,
DP does what the DP does. But
right?
but but the thing is, like, if you weren't overwhelmed with doing two things, you would actually probably see that too. But
Maybe
because
maybe not.
maybe not, you just think
Maybe not.
it's him. Oh
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
then
Because the thing is, everybody have access to different information. You know, and well, everybody sees things differently. So in my head, with my limited information, like I'm just seeing this thing a particular way in the moment. I remember, you have like a time crunch and all of them things this here. Just like, yeah, man, I see this thing a particular way versus somebody who has done this for a living over the years and has maybe shot this particular setup like a million times and light it a million different ways. They bring a different approach to it versus you today who, yeah, DP and yeah, direct and this is probably maybe like a third time shooting a scene like this. So in for you, you maybe have like, let's say, 5 or 10 reference points as to how you can possibly like the scene, versus somebody who has like this set up a million different times and them can bring a different approach to it. And even with them just doing that, maybe them like this scene so much time a particular way that them kind of tired eyed. I'm just like, yo, I'm gonna approach it from a different point of view, and you get something that looks completely different. So yeah, there's value in that.
I remember you weren't deep in, but remember the first water commercial, the and they didn't want to do it high key, and we're doing it high key, and and then the both of us were just like, yo, nah, I really feel this, yo, like this was what we planned and everything, and I said, boy, no, I want to just do this a little different. And he said, well, just do what you want to do, yeah, man, because this, we not really feel this.
Yeah,
I said, we weren't really feeling it. And we changed it up and thing, and it turned out looking really nice.
yeah. And funny enough, that's like, yo, one of my favorite like looking commercials until like this very day. Like when I think about like all of the commercials that we've shot, like I feel like that one has its own particular look. Like I subconsciously like to call it like the Apple TV look, because that's just how it feel to me.
Yeah, that
So
one there. And then I think that was the first one we shot open gate and the full frame open gate. So I think that was just a whole new kind of look for us and
yeah,
things. So, but but yeah, I get what you're saying that it's good to have a DP. I know I get overwhelmed with the two of them, and something usually suffers. I think. Um, but if you have a if you have a camera app, as just say, obviously a camera app that you trust, because two things I would need to be able to do that properly and efficiently: a good camera app or camera apps, and a good gaffer. So and good pre-production. So them know what them supposed to be doing properly beforehand, and onset is more of just kind of
And
reconfirming certain things because I have to be with the actors.
and a AD too. When you
Yeah,
do
man,
that, yeah.
definitely a good area, and then that would free me up in some instances to to operate sometimes when I want to. So like there might be so what I find for handheld work for myself and why I not necessarily wouldn't trust. I'm not gonna say I wouldn't trust, but would want to do some handheld work myself. Is that there are just certain scenes and situations where emotion that I want to get certain emotion into that scene, and the time it would take me to translate that to somebody, I might as well grab the camera and just do it. So, um, and then sometimes I would do that in that scenario, at least one take, you see me, and then probably give them the rest of it or whatever. But yeah, that would be the situation that I could do the both of them. But yeah, generally speaking, no
yeah,
for me.
yeah. And you touched on somewhere earlier, which people don't often think about, and this is kind of what um, one of the things that we always talk about when we say, oh, crew, the people you have on set is really important. Having like a gaffer who can't necessarily understand or process what you're saying puts a lot more stress on you, who is doing both things. Because I've
Yes.
been in a situation before where because of a time crunch or whatever, you probably have to get somebody who you're not necessarily used to working with, and you're explaining certain things to them, but because they've never done it, they can't get it. And then no, you have to be there like micromanaging or handholding the process in order for it to be done that way, as opposed to like focusing on the other two things that you need to be doing. So yo,
Bro, yo,
That's where synergy and
yo,
you
so
working with people over and over. Because, obviously, Troy is, I guess my main gaffer who is a lot. But I use, obviously, I use other gaffers, Earl and everything. Um, but there's just certain things that don't need to be said, especially as Jess said, when you're rushing and savor them and try them. We'll just do things beforehand, or because them know that this is how I either usually do things or whatever. So it kind of save time. And I'd be saying, oh, remember, and then them already do that. So, yeah.
and that's good because them man they know all your work, and that's cool. But yeah, me know what you're talking about when like the man you never work with them before or them don't know how you work, and then you go like you ask for something, and it's like either them a take long or them a tell you. Like I was just on set this weekend and the bridging is gaffing and I'm basically the best boy gaffer grip whatever I am, and the DP asked him say want this come through you so I want this type of light. And the man I tell him something else. The man I tell him say, no, this is will be better. Da 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 da. I mean, I look on it from the DP perspective, and I go, nigga, give me what I ask for. Yeah, hold up time, right? You not look on the mood board, and me don't know what the fuck me I shoot. Give me what I ask for. You see what I say? So yeah, that's something that when you don't meet a gaffer or someone you never work with them, it's just like I'm very open, but there's sometimes you need to give me what I want or fuck off. I'm sorry. I need what I want right now. Time, 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 time. Which is money. That's what I say. Um,
So, how you, well, going back to the point of the Direct and DP, you think inevitably something will suffer?
yeah,
They have man
yeah.
like Soderbergh and who else
So
DP and Direct on
Darren,
a
me.
on a high level.
Yeah,
Because
but you have Alfonso Cuarón, which is not Alfonso Cuarón or Alfonso Cuarón. Whatever the guy that did Roma, he was shooting it, he wrote it and he directed it. But there was a cinematographer on set.
okay.
They just say he wasn't a cinematographer, but there was a cinematographer on set. Just Phantom Thread that they said PTA shot, right? There was somebody help him, right? There's a lot of work, bro. There's so much work. Something I could suffer. But when you say Soderbergh, all right, I believe this is how Soderbergh work. He has planned those films down to the rated T, to where I'm already locked in with them actors. He has probably rehearsed with his actors. So when he go on set, him not have to think too much about it. Him just give them little pointers or adjustments. The biggest thing I have to worry about is lighting and directing. But whoever his AC is AC after there on top of things. And him gaffer after there on top of things. And he has already spoken to these guys probably a while back and have them set up and ready and know what to do, just like him do with him actors them. So there's less stress on both sides, so him have more focus. You see me I say? So as soon as him do a shot, you know that old something the way you just dash out the camera and go talk real quick and come back. It's
I
probably
mean,
something like that, bro.
I see myself having to do that. Like, say, if I had to do like one of them kind of more gritty, run and gun ish kind of type of films. Like if I was in a feature and maybe it's like a road trip kind of vibe and we touching road and it's more kinetic and whatever. But yeah, rough. I don't know. I wouldn't want to do it. I can do it, but yeah, I don't think I don't want to.
But you know, so this is what they want to say because Jessane has done this to me before, right? Directors, that's also DPs, right? It's it's kind of what word may I look for intimidating because you being a DP don't know if you give them what they want because at that point they know what they want. They know how to shoot, right? Especially like Rachel Morrison with the Black Panther, and then she directed her first thing the other day. Like if you're a DP for she has chosen you. She knows that you know what you're doing, or she not have to say nothing to you, right? Like so, Darren, not Darren. The time that Darren wasn't available, and I helped just saying to shoot the Grace Sting, and this year was like, oh, let's do this fast move with this camera, and we're gonna push in fast, and then Rocky did have to catch the focus and all of this thing, and he was asking for this and this. Nigga, that old time I was stressing, bro.
It's racing. A
Huh?
commercial?
The Grace thing that we're shooting, the kitchen,
Chilling with
chilling,
Grace.
chilling with Grace,
Oh,
dude. That the piece that stressed me out, bro. And then
uh,
and then as I, to be honest, and this is supposed to be spoken about probably in Scared, but then I started getting insecure because I'm just like, dude, am I doing this correct? Right? And then the best probably the best place I felt comfortable is when we shot the in the room where it was dark and whatever. Probably that's the best part for me, right? But then there's parts where Wentworth was my operator on that day because I'm usually your operator, but you never available, so we slide it. And then Wentworth is saying like maybe we should do this, da 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 da. And then I start feel like he might take over, so I start getting insecure, right? On top of just saying not having his actual DP on the day. So it's some like these things kind of make you feel away sometimes. Like and I shot this music video with just saying no, we did two, but the first one with the girl in the stage, right? And he started shooting it before, and like just saying knows what he wants, bro. So it's just like, am I really the DP? Am I the monkey? Am I just operating? Am I just operating the camera? Right,
Damn.
right.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't stress it, bro. Because
right,
I suck when it comes on to operating. Like I can tell you that for a fact. So
right.
uh, generally, like chances are, be asked for things when me can't even do.
no, but that's is why you ask it, Peter. That's it.
Right?
That's it.
Right? Yeah. And we did another music video too in Portland the night where we got lost, right? And
Saint Elizabeth.
sorry, Saint Elizabeth, and we got and I mean that was run and gun. I'm a feel like I'm not gonna say I like documentary work. I don't like that type of my brain just don't feel like it make for run and gun. But I do like in the zone when I run and gun. It almost feel like I'm actually at work and I think fast and I'm on the go. And you know what I say? Less it's not less thinking, but it's like immediate thinking and you have to think smart and make a decision.
Interestingly enough, my three main collaborators as directors are director DPs in their own right. So it'll be Jess, Storm, and Niles.
Mm.
And them when they shoot them own things, them can shoot and things. They wouldn't say that, them is the best shooter and whatever, but them can show down when them need to,
But is Storm
you know.
shoot and better must come. No. On the 5D I think
Yeah,
or something.
he was the DP and the director of Better Must Come. I mean, he had Niall and I think what name Joe singer Joel
Okay.
as operators, I think. But yeah, he was the DP for that. So yeah, so them three there, even though them can shoot and this and that, and them still want just like direct. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so
And you know, I mean,
it's a mama's task, and it's not, and if you're doing it properly and well, it rough.
Yeah, rough.
But if you
Yeah.
just slap that shit and anything where you're not doing properly and whatever, it's easy. But if you dedicate it to this thing and
mm-hmm.
you do pre-production and prep and it rough.
You know,
One of the sorry, go
no,
ahead, Victor.
no, man. Did I say what I don't what added to that day to the grace thing is when we had to do that, bro. That day was stressful for me. Yeah, thank you. But I appreciate it because from that I got to do actual other grace thing with him, which you weren't there for the top down thing. But the thing is, when we had to use a filter, the Tiffin filter, you know the Tiffin filter there, that as an IR issue and
I
everything look brown.
yeah, yeah.
That they have, bro. Oh my gosh! I look through the lens and I'm just like, this is not good. This is not good. Well, yes, I just said.
Yeah. I was going to say one of the things people don't even talk about, like when it comes down to DPing slash operating, is the I won't even say stress, but it's the different levels of application that's required. Because shooting a music video is one thing, right? Shooting for a film when you have people that deliver lines and you can probably only do a take or two, bro. If you make the wrong mistake, if you make a mistake, and even shift the camera at a pivotal point in dialogue, just in the dialogue, there's no say you're not live that down, you're not living that down because you are the main villain on set right now.
No man, it's yeah. It, and I've not found that out. I know that, but like got a good dose of that on inheritance. Like to know that everybody work is now almost dependent on you and your crew, you and your AC and your grip and whatever. Doing this dance to get this shot perfect. Yeah, it's rough.
No, yeah, and I think I told you this right, but I got the opportunity to cam up on a set um, a little while back, and the DP was shooting T2.8 basically for the whole film, right, on a Sony Venice, and I was shooting mostly between like 50 and 85, just a lot of close-ups, and it was a situation where it was moving like very fast, and like Darren said, like when everybody else done put in for them part of the work and you and your AC did it and the need to capture this thing in a certain amount of time, but everything is moving so fast. You're shooting close-ups T2.8 and the person lean back and then fall out of focus. So you have to try to catch it back. I know everybody did there look on the tone and like, you pieces of shit. Like, look how that set back everything now because we forgot to do one more shot. Like, it's kind of unforgiving still.
And then, so you have that, and then you add to that you directing.
Right. So no, you are looking for your AC. Like, how dare you fail me in this critical moment in time?
And then
Yo,
you
yeah,
focus on that so much that you never even see the performance good. Now you have to go ask for playback and just slow down the whole thing. You
Right?
have to ask for playback for every scene.
yo,
Yeah.
Rough man, unforgiving. Trust me.
yo, it is rough on set, bro. It is rough. It's rough and it's
Big up all the director DP them out there.
bro. Yo, it's very rough, man. Because you think about all the things they have to already keep up with. Yo, even the man them that direct and act, it's just
I don't even
the
know how them
transferring of of like putting it
brain
like
like come
objectively,
out to
boom, and then
come out to the character and then
yo, Jason Bateman, man, he's doing it. He does it. He has a
no,
new
I
film
mean,
coming out, the
and
Rabbit.
it's not like and it's good directing. Like
Yes.
right, it's good. So yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, I think they do that to well, he hasn't done that for his field, for his films, but he did that them comedy stuff.
Probably, yeah, dude.
Yeah. So he's
And
like,
yo, it's and just saying you're doing it, and I believe it's a great skill, man. It's a great skill.
it's a good
You
skill,
don't do
no.
it all the time,
It's
but
a good skill to have in your back pocket, but
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
great skill.
it's like a like an emergency thing. You don't want to have to use it, but you can use it when you want, when you need to.
But that also means him can grab a camera and go shoot something else while you capture something else too.
Yeah.
You
And so,
know, our
sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes I ask him to take a shot from me or whatever. Maybe I have to go do something or
yeah,
send one. And I can just say, yo, just
cousin,
shoot it, and I come back.
exactly.
And,
So,
and I have that relationship with you. You can't just do that with a director that you're not cool with and think, oh, ask him to get a shot. So what did I say I talk about? Why am I paying you?
Right?
So yeah. If you're good at it, great. I wouldn't encourage it, but I wouldn't discourage it if that's your skill. But that's definitely something that not many people can do well on a high level. So yeah,
Yeah. Same. Pretty much the same. Like, yo, not discouraging it, but yo, if you can do it and do it well, yo, trust me, you're in a way better position than a lot of people. So yeah, man, just do what works for you. Do what works for you.
it for sure makes you more marketable.
I would say though, to just end it out, don't push it. Like if don't be selfish and want to do this because you want to do the two of them. Like you make your project suffer,
Yeah,
or there's the potential for that. Let me say not say you will, but there is a more of a potential for this to suffer. So sometimes it's not even a money thing, or it's a humility thing. Just, or it might be a project that maybe you would DP and direct all the time, but this project you can't shoot this,
Don't do it. Don't do
right?
it. Don't do
Or
it. Yeah.
so you just have to approach
Yeah.
it project different.
And as you say, circumstances, and sometimes you just it's just ego, bro. Some people just want to do it because they want to do it, and don't do it. You have friends and people around you that can actually shoot it for you, do it for you, or help you with it. That's literally asking you, "Hey man, are you shooting anything? You need some help?
Yeah,
Do it. Make them help you with that, man. Don't force yourself and do it, man." But I would say what makes it easier for you to do is if you have an operator and you're sitting at a video village. At that point, you're basically a director. You just look at frames and you get your earpiece and you go, "Hey, do this next time, da 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 da," and then you run in and give your directors
there is
pointers.
freedom. There is freedom in that. It's not all the time you need to operate, and sometimes you can DP and sit back but our budget don't allow that. To have a DP and have an operator.
They barely want to give you all ACs. What a word they a fun alone would deal with.
So, yeah.
Yo,
All right, cool.
man them.
Since I am the moderator of this one, I will wrap it up now. But this
you
was
got
cool,
it, yeah.
short and sweet. Um, until next time, big up on yourself.
Peace.
Thank you for listening to the A New View podcast. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you want more information on today's episode, check the show notes below if you are on a podcast platform, or the description if you are on YouTube. See you next episode.